Today I want to share with you 10 fundamental habits of Stoicism that, if applied correctly, can solve up to 95% of your problems. Yes, that's right, 95%. These habits are so effective that once you adopt them in your daily life, you'll notice a big difference in how you deal with adversity. Have you ever wondered how some people seem to have an unshakable calm, even in the most tense and challenging situations? Well, many of them have discovered the power of Stoicism and apply this philosophy in their daily lives. And don't think that Stoicism is something reserved only for the great philosophers of ancient Rome. Quite the opposite. Stoic principles are extremely practical and useful for anyone, whatever their routine, profession, or time of life. Best of all, you don't need to be a philosophy expert to understand and practice these concepts. Stoic Habit 1. Focus on what you can control and accept what is beyond your reach. Let's start by talking about one of the most important principles of Stoicism, the dichotomy of control. This is undoubtedly one of the fundamental pillars of this philosophy and one of the most powerful habits you can adopt. The central idea here is to focus your attention and energy on what you can really influence, while calmly accepting what you can't change. It sounds simple, but the depth of this wisdom is immense and can completely transform the way you face daily challenges. One of the greatest Stoic thinkers, Epictetus, once said, "It is not the things themselves that disturb us, but the opinions we have about them." That quote perfectly sums up the essence of this habit. What causes us distress is not what happens around us, but how we interpret and react to those events, and by changing our perspective, we can change the way we feel and act in the face of problems. Imagine you're stuck in heavy traffic, one of the most common and frustrating scenarios in modern daily life. The situation itself is annoying, there's no doubt about that. But if you think about it, the traffic jam itself has no power over you. What really stresses you out is your reaction to it. Perhaps you worry that you're late for an important appointment or feel that you're wasting time. However, if you apply the dichotomy of control, you'll realize that traffic is something that is completely out of your hands. What you can control is how you choose to react to the situation. You can use this time to listen to an interesting podcast, practice breathing techniques to reduce stress, or simply accept that you will arrive at your destination when you can. By changing your response to the situation, you eliminate much of the unnecessary stress. Why is this habit so effective? Because it relieves us of the feelings of frustration and anxiety that arise when we spend energy trying to change what we can't. When we stop fighting against what's unavoidable, we stop fighting against what's unavoidable. When we stop fighting the uncontrollable, we have more energy and clarity to focus on what is really within our reach. And this not only makes us more productive, but also more serene and happy. This habit is like a muscle that you can strengthen with practice. The more you focus on controlling your own actions, thoughts, and reactions, and calmly accepting what is out of your control, the more resilient and peaceful you will become. How can you start practicing this habit in your daily life? It's simple. Every time you encounter a challenging situation, pause and ask yourself, can I control this? If the answer is yes, think about how you can act to improve the situation. If the answer is no, work on accepting what is happening and redirect your energy towards something you can actually influence. We'll continue exploring more Stoic habits next time, but for now I want you to reflect on this idea of the dichotomy of control. Practice focusing on what you can change and learn to accept what you cannot. You'll be surprised how much inner peace you can gain from this simple but powerful change of perspective. Stoic Habit 2. Develop mindfulness and live in the present. The second habit I want to discuss with you is the practice of mindfulness and full awareness of the present moment. This concept may sound modern, closely related to meditation, but the truth is that the Stoics had been talking about it for centuries. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most famous emperors and Stoic philosophers, wrote in his Meditations, "Trust in the present, because only in the present can you live." This phrase is a strong reminder that the now is all we really have. Many of us spend much of our time worrying about the past or anxious about the future, but we forget to live in the present moment, which is where life really happens. Why is living in the present so important? For a start, now is the only moment over which we have control. The past is over and the future hasn't arrived yet. When we focus on the present moment, we are able to enjoy life more and cope better with the adversities that arise. How many times have you been physically present somewhere, but your mind was far away, worried about something that went wrong or anxious about something that is yet to happen? This lack of focus on the present not only robs us of the joy of the moment, but also increases our level of stress and anxiety. Practicing mindfulness is a way of anchoring ourselves in the now. This allows us to more fully experience what is happening around us and within ourselves. It doesn't mean that we should ignore the past or the future, but rather that we should avoid getting caught up in them. By doing this, we achieve greater clarity and focus, which allows us to make more conscious and less impulsive decisions. In addition, being present helps us to appreciate the little things in life that often go unnoticed, but which can bring great happiness and satisfaction. Do you want to start practicing mindfulness in your routine? A great place to start is by paying attention to your breathing. This may sound simple, but dedicating a few minutes of your day to breathing deeply and consciously can help you reconnect with the present moment and reduce accumulated stress. Take a few minutes out of your day to simply focus on your breathing, paying attention to how the air enters and leaves your body. Notice every detail of this process. The sensation of fresh air entering your nostrils, passing through your throat and filling your lungs, and then how it gently exits, taking away any tension or worry. This simple practice, when repeated daily, can help calm your mind, reduce the agitation of thoughts, and bring you back to the present moment, allowing you to be more aware of yourself and your surroundings. Non-judgmental observation. When faced with a situation, whether positive or negative, try to embrace it without the weight of judgments or immediate evaluations. Instead of labeling what is happening as good or bad, just try to observe the facts as they are. Notice what is happening around you and inside you, but avoid adding personal interpretations or jumping to conclusions. This exercise in neutral observation can be liberating, as it allows you to live the experience more fully without being influenced by prejudices or emotions that distort reality. Focus on simple tasks. When carrying out routine activities, such as washing dishes, walking in the park, or simply having a meal, try to do these tasks with as much attention as possible. When washing the dishes, for example, feel the texture of the water on your hands, the temperature, and the repeated movement of the sponge cleaning the utensils. When you walk, observe every step you take. The contact of your feet with the ground, the sensation of the wind on your face, the sounds around you. When you're eating, don't just chew mechanically. Enjoy the taste of each piece of food, the texture, the aroma. This level of mindfulness in simple activities can bring a deep sense of calm and satisfaction. By incorporating these small habits into your daily routine, you will begin to notice how your focus improves and how your ability to be truly present in each moment increases, which consequently allows you to enjoy your daily life much more. Stoic Habit 3. Cultivate virtue. The practice of virtue is one of the most essential pillars in Stoic philosophy. Acting virtuously implies living your life according to high moral principles, always seeking wisdom, courage, justice, and self-control. For the Stoics, virtue is not just an abstract concept or an inspiring idea. It becomes a daily practice that guides all our decisions and behavior. Seneca, one of the great thinkers of Stoicism, used to say that virtue is the only true good. This means that regardless of external circumstances, what really matters is the ability to remain firm in the principles of virtue. But why is virtue so important in our lives? It is fundamental because it enables us to live in harmony, both with ourselves and with the people around us. Virtue acts as a moral compass, always guiding us in the right direction, especially in times of challenge or uncertainty. Imagine yourself in a situation where someone treats you unfairly or disrespectfully. The natural reaction might be anger or hurt, or even to retaliate in a similar way. However, this response only perpetuates a cycle of negativity, resulting in more conflict and stress. By practicing virtue, on the other hand, you have the ability to choose a more balanced reaction based on patience, understanding, and empathy. This not only contributes to your inner peace, but can also transform the situation, promoting a more constructive and positive resolution. What makes this habit so effective? Virtue connects us to our highest essence, allowing our actions to be guided by wisdom and compassion, rather than being dominated by reactive emotions such as fear, pride, or selfishness. When we act in accordance with our deepest values, we feel a sense of authenticity and fulfillment. What's more, practicing virtue tends to generate a ripple effect. By acting virtuously, you can inspire the people around you to do the same, creating a more harmonious and just environment. As the saying goes, hardship strengthens the mind, just as physical exercise strengthens the body. This phrase encapsulates a profound truth about the emotional and mental growth we experience when facing challenges. When we encounter difficult situations and manage to overcome them, we develop an emotional resilience that prepares us for the future obstacles that will inevitably come our way. Why is it so vital to develop this emotional fortitude? Our emotions, like the sea, can be extremely unpredictable. At certain times they are calm and serene, while at others they can turn into real storms, testing our ability to maintain control. It's useful to imagine emotions as waves, sometimes gentle and calm, other times intense and overwhelming. What really matters, however, is the ability to ride these emotional waves, rather than being swept away by them and losing control of our lives. Seneca reminds us that hardship strengthens the mind, just as hard work strengthens the body. This analogy teaches us that facing life's challenges not only makes us more emotionally robust, but also effectively prepares us for future obstacles that may arise. Why is this practice so effective? Emotional fortitude is one of the greatest assets we can develop, as it allows us to maintain calm and mental clarity, even when we are immersed in extremely complicated or challenging circumstances. This clarity enables us to respond thoughtfully and consciously rather than reacting impulsively, which can often aggravate the situation. However, this does not imply that we should ignore or repress our emotions. In fact, the opposite is true. We must learn to recognize our feelings, understand them deeply, and manage them in a healthy and constructive way. This process of self-knowledge is fundamental to dealing better with life's ups and downs. So how can we begin to cultivate this emotional strength in our daily routines? There are some simple but extremely effective strategies that can help us in this process. Stoic Habit 4. Recognize your emotions. The first step to managing your emotions is to recognize what you're feeling in the present moment. When an intense emotion arises, such as anger or sadness, stop for a moment and try to identify exactly what is happening. Ask yourself, what am I feeling? Is it fear, anxiety, frustration? Assigning a specific name to these emotions may seem like a small detail, but it's something that helps you better understand what's going on inside and thus deal with the situation more effectively. Stoic Habit 5. Practice self-restraint. Self-restraint is a fundamental skill that allows you to resist impulses and stay focused on your goals. By developing this skill, you become better able to make informed and rational decisions, avoiding impulsive reactions that can lead to unwanted results. The practice of self-restraint involves being aware of your emotions and learning to control them, ensuring that your actions reflect your deepest intentions and values. This practice, combined with virtue and emotional resilience, will contribute to a more balanced and fulfilling life. Stoic Habit 6. Cultivating gratitude. Gratitude is one of the most powerful practices we can adopt in our daily lives. It has the ability to completely change our perspective and bring us a greater sense of happiness and satisfaction. Epictetus, another great Stoic philosopher, taught us that there is nothing more important than being grateful for what life offers us. This phrase is a valuable reminder that we should focus on the things we already have rather than always wishing for what we lack. But why is gratitude so important? When we practice gratitude, we shift our focus from the negative to the positive, which has a direct impact on our emotional and mental well-being. Not only does it make us feel happier and more fulfilled, but it can also improve our mental health as we come to appreciate the good things around us more. Gratitude helps us not to take for granted the moments and people that make our lives special. Think about an ordinary day. It's often easy to focus on the problems and challenges, but if you pause to reflect, you're sure to find many reasons to be grateful. It could be something as simple as a delicious meal, a pleasant conversation, or an unexpected gesture of kindness. These little things can go unnoticed if we don't pay attention, but by recognizing them, we begin to see how full our lives are of positive moments. And why does this habit work so well? The regular practice of gratitude anchors us in the present, helping us to value what we have now instead of always looking forward to what's to come. This increases our sense of well-being and satisfaction with life. In addition, gratitude strengthens our relationships, because by expressing our thanks to the people around us, we create a more positive and welcoming environment. If you want to start incorporating gratitude into your routine, here are some practical suggestions. First, keep a gratitude journal. Every day, take a few minutes to write down at least 3 things you feel grateful for. It doesn't matter if they're big or small. The essential thing is to develop the habit of recognizing and appreciating the positive aspects of your life. Another idea is to express your gratitude to the people around you. A simple thank you can make a big difference. You could even write a thank you note or letter to someone who has done something meaningful for you. This kind of gesture strengthens bonds and creates an emotional support network. Finally, reflect on what's good in your life. Take a few minutes every day to think about the good things you have. This can be done at the end of the day, as a way of ending on a positive note. By practicing gratitude on a daily basis, you will begin to notice significant changes in the way you view life and in your interactions with others. Stoic Habit 7. Embrace simplicity. Now let's talk about the Stoic habit of maintaining simplicity. We live in a world that often values complexity and excess, but in fact, simplicity can be a powerful way to find inner peace and mental clarity. As Seneca said, "It is better to have little with tranquility than much with restlessness." This reminds us that we don't need a life full of excess to be happy and balanced. Complicated materials or activities to find true happiness. Often, the simple is the most effective way. It's crucial to understand why cultivating simplicity is so essential to our lives. Simplicity frees us from the distractions that surround us and allows us to focus on what really matters. This results in a significant reduction in stress, while at the same time giving us more time and energy for the things that really bring us joy. Imagine what your life would be like if you had fewer objects to take care of and fewer commitments to fulfill. This reduction gives you more freedom and space to enjoy every moment of life more fully and satisfactorily. What's more, by simplifying our lives, we are able to appreciate more what we already have, developing a deeper sense of gratitude. Why is this habit of simplicity so effective? The reason is clear. Simplicity removes the noise and distractions that normally fill our daily routine. This allows us to focus our attention on the priorities that really matter and thus live in a more intentional and meaningful way. This change not only reduces stress but also increases our overall sense of well-being and satisfaction. So how can you start implementing simplicity into your daily life? Here are a few tips that can be extremely useful. Firstly, get rid of what you don't need. Take the time to clean out your things on a regular basis and get rid of items that have no real use in your life. Keep only what really brings happiness, joy, or usefulness to your day-to-day life. Secondly, simplify your schedule. Review your current commitments and eliminate those that aren't essential or that don't align with your life goals. Learn to say no to proposals and requests that don't connect with your priorities. Also, focus on what really matters. Identify the issues and activities that are truly meaningful to you and devote more time and energy to them. Move away from what doesn't contribute to your overall well-being and happiness. Keeping it simple is a habit that can bring a great deal of peace and clarity to your life. That's why I encourage you to start simplifying your routine and observe the benefits this practice can bring to your daily life. Stoic Habit 8. Exercise self-discipline. Now let's talk about the 8th Stoic habit, exercising self-discipline. Self-discipline is a fundamental pillar of Stoicism, as it helps us stay focused and follow the path we consider right, acting in accordance with our personal values and goals. Epictetus reminds us that no man is free unless he masters himself. This phrase emphasizes the importance of self-discipline in order to achieve true freedom. When we have control over ourselves, we can make conscious choices and live according to our deepest principles. Why is it so important to practice self-discipline? Self-discipline allows us to resist temptations and distractions that can easily divert us from our goals. It helps us stay focused and persevere, even when circumstances become challenging and complicated. Think of someone who wants to improve their physical health. Without self-discipline, it's all too easy to succumb to the temptation to eat unhealthy foods or skip an exercise routine, but with self-discipline, that person can hold firm to their commitment to health and well-being, even when the going gets tough. Why is this habit so effective? Self-discipline gives us control over our actions and decisions. It allows us to act in a way that is consistent with our values and goals, which ultimately results in greater satisfaction and long-term success. So how can you start practicing self-discipline in your daily life? Here are some strategies that can be very effective. First, set clear and specific goals. Define what you really want to achieve and set goals that are both clear and attainable. This will give you a strong sense of direction and purpose, guiding your actions and decisions. Secondly, create habits and routines that support your progress. Develop habits that help you stay on track and avoid distractions. For example, if you want to improve your health, implement a regular exercise routine and plan your meals in advance, ensuring that you are always prepared. Also, monitor your progress. Keep a detailed record of your development and celebrate your achievements along the way. This will help you stay motivated and adjust your strategies as necessary. Exercising self-discipline is a powerful habit that can transform your life and help you achieve your most ambitious goals. I encourage you to start incorporating these strategies into your daily routine and observe the positive changes that can arise as a result. Stoic habit 9, accept resilience. Finally, we come to the 9th Stoic habit, accept resilience. Resilience is the ability to recover from difficulties and move forward with strength and determination. Marcus Aurelius said, "The rock is struck and remains firm, the hammer wears away at it." This quote teaches us that, like the rock, we must be resilient and stand firm in the face of the adversities that life throws at us. Why is it so important to accept resilience? Life is full of challenges and obstacles that can seem insurmountable. Without resilience, it's easy to feel overwhelmed and defeated in the face of these difficulties. However, when we are resilient, we are able to face challenges with courage and determination, moving forward. Think of a tree during a storm. Its leaves and branches may shake violently, and some may even break, but the tree remains standing. In the same way, when we cultivate resilience, we can withstand the storms of life and continue to grow and flourish. Why is this habit effective? Because resilience gives us the strength and determination we need to overcome challenges. It helps us to see difficulties as valuable opportunities to learn and grow as individuals. In addition, resilience allows us to maintain a positive and hopeful attitude, even in difficult and uncertain times. Therefore, cultivating resilience is an essential skill for navigating life in a more effective and rewarding way. Start incorporating resilience into your daily routine and discover how it can positively impact your life. Resilience is the ability to adapt and overcome challenges, and it can be cultivated through a few simple practices. To help you in this process, here are several effective suggestions you can adopt. Firstly, it is essential to cultivate a positive mindset. This means maintaining an optimistic attitude and constantly trying to see the good in every situation that life presents. This approach will help you see challenges as opportunities for growth, rather than as insurmountable barriers that prevent you from moving forward. In addition, strengthen your interpersonal relationships. Surround yourself with people who support and encourage you on your journey. Having a healthy social circle is essential, as positive relationships can provide the emotional support you need to get through the difficult times we all face. Don't forget to take care of yourself. It's essential that you take care of your physical and emotional health. Make sure you eat properly, exercise regularly, and take time to rest and recharge. Remember that embracing resilience is a habit that, when cultivated, can help you face life's challenges with strength and determination. So I invite you to start implementing these strategies and observe how they positively influence your ability to deal with adversity. Stoic Habit 10. Act with intention. The 10th habit we should explore in Stoicism is the importance of acting with intention. Stoics believe that every action we take should be done with a clear purpose and be aligned with our personal values and goals. Seneca, one of the most famous Stoic philosophers, says, "Life is like a play. It doesn't matter how long it lasts, but how it is performed." This quote is a powerful reminder that, in fact, what really matters is not the amount of time we have, but how we choose to use that time in a productive and meaningful way. Now, why is acting with intention so relevant in our lives? When our actions are in harmony with our values and goals, we have the chance to live in a more authentic and fulfilling way. This practice allows us to optimize our time and energy, as well as giving us a clear sense of direction and purpose. To illustrate, imagine that you are steering a boat on a large ocean. If you don't have a clear destination, you're likely to end up adrift, wasting precious time and resources. On the other hand, if you have a well-defined goal in mind and make sure that each of your actions is aimed at achieving that goal, your journey will be much more efficient and satisfying. You may be wondering why this habit of acting with intention is so effective. Acting with purpose gives us incredible clarity and greater focus in our actions. This helps us prioritize our daily activities and make decisions that bring us closer to our goals, creating a positive cycle of progress. In addition, living according to our personal values gives us a deep sense of integrity and contentment, making us feel more satisfied with our lives. So how can you start acting with intention in your daily life? Here are some practical suggestions. Define your values and goals clearly. Take time to reflect on what is really meaningful to you and set goals that are clear and achievable. This will not only give you a sense of direction and purpose, but will also help you make better decisions in your day-to-day life. Align your actions with your values. Check that your daily activities are in line with your principles and personal goals. Ask yourself, is this bringing me closer to what I want to achieve? This simple question can have a powerful impact on your choices. Also, regularly review and adjust your actions. Take a moment in your week to evaluate your progress and see if your actions are really taking you in the right direction. If necessary, make changes to your approaches and plans. This will not only help you to stay focused, but also to make changes when necessary, ensuring that you are always on the right track. The practice of acting with intention is a transformative habit that can change your life and help you achieve your goals much more effectively. So I invite you to start incorporating these strategies into your daily routine and observe the positive changes they can bring to your life. In our next conversation, we'll explore the last Stoic habit, but in the meantime, start your journey of acting with intention and notice how it affects your ability to achieve your goals and live in a more authentic and meaningful way. So, did you like the tips on how to embrace resilience and act with intention in your life? I hope these strategies can help you face daily challenges with more confidence and purpose. Remember, resilience is not just a skill, but a habit that can be developed with practice and dedication. By adopting a positive mindset and aligning your actions with your values, you will not only become stronger in the face of adversity, but you will also live in a more authentic and fulfilling way. Now I want to hear from you. How do you intend to put these tips into practice in your daily life? Share your ideas in the comments, and if you found this content useful, don't forget to like it, subscribe to the channel and activate the bell to receive notifications of new videos. This helps us grow and bring you more inspiring content. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Remember, life is a journey and every step we take with purpose takes us closer to our goals. Let's go on this journey together.